All right, for more on Facebook Meta, Rebecca Fannin joins us from New York City, founder and editor of Silicon Dragon Ventures. Good to see you, and thank you for joining us. What is your take on, I guess, these earnings that the market seemed to be was half good, but also half bad?
I think we're seeing Facebook at a transition point as it moves from Web 2 to Web 3. There's a lot of threats to its current business model as it moves into the Web 3. There is the antitrust issue. There's on the regulatory front, there's privacy issues with data and how it's used by consumers. And this is how Facebook has made money in the past, is by providing data to advertisers based upon consumer usage. So that's another point. And also there's a lot of competition now for Meta or Facebook as lots of new platforms come on. We've seen TikTok very strong. Facebook has its own version of TikTok, but TikTok was first. And there's a lot of innovation happening in the market now and a lot of transition. I think the story is that if you don't continue to innovate very fast and stay ahead, you're going to be disrupted. And that's where Meta is right now at this kind of juncture.
Yeah, we always talk about eyeballs, eyeballs, eyeballs. And, you know, I think as human beings, we may be close to being maxed out or saturated. Like you can only have so many devices on at one time where you're clicking on everything. And eventually it gets diluted, the message, right? So what we've seen from other companies is that it's becoming harder and harder to reach your audience through digital advertising. What did the earnings report, or what do you think is going to happen next in the next chapter for Facebook in terms of targeting?
No, I think with the increased use of AI, advertising is becoming a lot more personalized. And so Facebook Meta has been investing heavily in AI to get more targeted advertising, more personalized advertising that comes at the right time, at the right moment, when the consumer is ready for the message, not just bombarding them with the message. So the whole advertising universe is changing very rapidly.
I mean, I'll be very honest, like when Facebook first launched, I mean, we were spending a lot of time on it, but now, as you said, there's other competition out there. How are they going to stand out amid all the competing products that are vying for that space on your phone, essentially? What could they possibly innovate next?
Boy, it's all about content. You know, it's what drives the eyeballs, is the content. And so Facebook has had the content made by the users, right? The consumers. We make the content for Facebook. There are other platforms out there that have other means of making content. And we've seen live streaming very take off. And so I think that's another threat to Facebook Meta in the future, that this content model that it's been based on since the very start may not be here in the future.
Rebecca, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I want to ask this question for you, and that is, you know, all the social media companies that you analyze out there, tell me the one that you think is the most underrated, in other words, the one that you like, and the one that you think is more likely to face significant obstacles in the next several years.
Well, I think Meta faces significant obstacles in the next few years, so I would put them at the top of that list. At the top of the other list, of the innovators list, maybe a Hong Kong-based company called Animoca Brands, which has been a leader in investing in the metaverse. In fact, the founder of Animoca Brands is known as Mr. Metaverse. And they're aggressively investing in everything metaverse. So I think Mark Zuckerberg has a good challenger there. They're very small, and you know, nothing like Meta's reach and Meta's power and influence on the market. And nobody's really discounting, saying Facebook's out or Meta's out forever. They're definitely not. And it's obvious that Mark Zuckerberg is really making a concerted push to stay ahead.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting how it all plays out.
Really, really cool insights. Rebecca, let's have you back. Rebecca, thank you for staying late for us, and have a great evening. We are focusing